students, Dr. Shell here. I wanted to just give you some feedback on the last unit as it's wrapped up and as you're moving forward and preparing for this next unit. I read through many of your reflections on Cider House rules and got some really good feedback, and you had some really good thoughts. I've always thought that was a really good film in terms of all the different ethical issues that are involved. And so many of you, thank you for your good, thoughtful replies and your good essays. Let me just remind you that going forward, your film reviews are going to be much more formal essays. This one was a little more casual, as asking you to identify a list of things and then comment on them. Going forward, you're going to be a little more structured in terms of an essay. You're going to need to cite sources from the textbook and other course materials to support your observations. I did want to make sure that you pay real close attention to those due dates. The essays themselves are due on Fridays, and then your replies are due by Sunday. And some of you miss those deadlines. We need to post your initial essay by the Friday deadline in order to make the replies and get credit for your work. So please make a careful note of those deadlines. Most of your replies to students were really fantastic. Some of you had clearly read their essays carefully and had some really interactive things to do. I just want to make sure you don't think of these replies as sort of social media shout-outs. One of the things I always tell students is if you start your reply with, hey, I really liked, sometimes that's going to keep it a little more casual. Think of this as a conversation in a college classroom. And so your classmate has posted an essay, and you've read their essay, and now you're going to interact with it. So make sure that you provide the depth in those. Those need to be at least paragraph length and clearly reflecting that you've read their essays carefully. This coming unit is backloaded. I mean, you've got until October the 11th to finish up all your quizzes and then also to turn in your film study. I would just warn you that that can sneak up on you. It seems like it's a long time, but that's also a lot of material. There's 5 chapters in the book to read, videos to watch, and then you need to take all that material and use it in your film study. So you're going to master those 5 ethical lenses. Make sure you really understand them. Take good notes as you're going through. Take the quizzes. And then when you go to watch the film, you're going to be looking for a particular character in the film that fits, that sees the ethical world through one of those lenses. So you're looking for 5 different people who look at the world through those 5 different lenses. You're not looking for one person who sees the world through all 5. So it will be to your advantage not to wait too late to read the chapters and take notes and take the quizzes, because you'll need that information in your hand and thoroughly mastered when you go to watch the film. Also, be aware that in the middle of September, the 20th, you have your proposal for your position paper. Position paper is like a snowball rolling down a hill. It keeps gathering data as it goes. So it starts with an initial proposal. I approve that proposal. Then you will do a general sort of survey of the field. Then you're going to really do an in-depth study of the ethics and philosophy of the case, and then you're going to add your assessment and additional questions. So it's going to come in 4 installments, and this is the first. So you want to think about an issue that is ethical and connects with medical ethics. So think about the things in medicine and in healthcare, in the healing arts that you feel passionate about, things where you think there's some real ambiguity, and then that will give you a good place to go for your papers. So I just wanted to touch base with you about all these things. Also remind you that on Mondays, both at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., I have virtual office hours. That's on the Blackboard On the left-hand column menu, you'll see office hours listed. And I'd encourage you to pop in. I've had several students have. You don't have to stay for long if you don't like. If you have just one question or you want some direction as you're moving forward through the material. This is just an opportunity to see each other face to face. Sometimes it's hard to put everything in an email that you want to ask, and it might just be easier to do it in person. So I encourage you to stop by during those office hours so we can have a face-to-face. And also, I'm going to be putting up a discussion board on the left-hand menu in Blackboard called Book Talk. And if you have some feedback on the textbook, this is one I've written. It's the first semester I've used it. And I'm looking for feedback from students. Anything from noticing grammatical mistakes or misspellings even, down to these particular paragraphs seem confusing. Maybe there's an issue you feel like doesn't get covered. Maybe there's a philosopher, a video, a topic that you think should be included, and I'd be glad to collect all that feedback. I will be giving bonus points for students who participate actively in that forum. You don't have to, and again, it's completely voluntary and it's just a bonus. So if you want to join that conversation, please just go on there and put the comments. Be as specific as you can, right down to giving me a page number, if you, a screenshot if there's something that you need to point out, other Legos that you think how to include. So thank you all very much and look forward to your essays in this unit. This is Dr. Shell sauntering on.